So what I'm doing is recording my maximum wobble, if you can call it that, of the crank cheeks. And I look at my dial indicators here and record what I got before disassembly so that I can match or better that to get the least amount of wobble when I press this thing back together. So that's how that's going to work. It's supported by its own bearings, and so yeah, hopefully I can do that. This is an experiment, as I said. So good here. Yeah. There it goes. Alright, I got both hands here. There we go. Alright, that's it. Turn this thing back off. Place that crank in here. Okay, this is our last press. Everything else has been pressed out on this GT750 crankshaft. So the center presses are usually a little tighter than the tie rod end pins. So it's probably going to pop pretty good. It's probably all this Harbor Freight 20-ton press can handle. Yep, there it went. Holy smokes. And so it's pretty violent when that goes. Alright. I'm gonna hold on to the bottom piece here. Ooh, this is still pretty tight. I don't want to touch that yet. I'm going to put something in there just in case if it falls down that it doesn't get bruised. Okay, we're good. I can put my hand on it. What the heck happened here? Alright, just catching up. Alright. There it is. It's out. So now, make some room. Get this out. Here it is. That's on the outside. Turn this off. Okay, this is our last press. Everything else has been pressed out on this GT750 crankshaft. So the center presses are usually a little tighter than the tie rod end pins. So it's probably going to pop pretty good. It's probably all this Harbor Freight 20-ton press can handle. Yep, there it went. Holy smokes. And so it's pretty violent when that goes. Alright. I'm gonna hold on to the bottom piece here. Ooh, this is still pretty tight. I don't want to touch that yet. I'm going to put something in there just in case if it falls down that it doesn't get bruised. Okay, we're good. I can put my hand on it. What the heck happened here? Alright, just catching up. Alright. There it is. It's out. So now, make some room. Get this out. Here it is. That's on the outside. Turn this off. So I got my alignment marks lined up. So these go back on the way they came off, as close as possible. So let's see how that presses. Going right on. I should probably turn that around, and then I get a cleaner fit on that. Let's try this here first. Push this over a little bit that way, so the load is centered over the hole. Let's try that. I think we're going to turn this around. And then I get a cleaner press. So it's now time to put these crankshaft tie rods back together. And in order to line them up, I've got a 10mm drill, I think it is here, that fits right through these pre-dirt holes from the factory. And that's good for preliminary alignment. I'll take a brass hammer and then tap it in there so it's got a good starter to put it on the press. So what we're doing right now is we're going to press this cheek on here. I'm heating it up in a makeshift way here in an effort to control my press a little bit better, because adjusting that free plate back to where it was when it came out of the engine is a little bit of a problem, as it was going on 20 to 40 thousandths of an inch at the time. So hopefully now that will make that a little bit better. Alright, that helps out. Take that off. Put that in here. Start down. There. Start pushing some pressure on that thing. Okay. That's empty again, Serge. There ain't no freaking way you're gonna be able to do that and measure it at the same time. It's just jumping. I think we're going to stop here and see what we got now. We still got quite a bit, Serge. Right, let's give it one more. It's going to be jumping. Just like I thought. Okay. How far is this now? Yeah, it's right on the money there. Just got to get this out now. Alright, so you got pressure off of there. Okay, I can turn this off. Wow. It's cool, man. Why did it do that on me? Been a hard time with that. Okay, let's see it all the way down. Okay, nice straight push. There you go. Alright. So now we're going to see where we need to hit this crank to get this in alignment again, meaning true. So I find where my high side is right there. I already marked it right there. And with this brass hammer, I'm going to give it a love tap and then remeasure. I'm going to continue that until the run out is the same or below what I measured it when it came out of the engine. Do it again. Alright, turn this off. Okay, what I failed to inject in my video was the procedure to handle the webs, counterweights or cheeks, whatever you want to call this part of the crank, when it's not perfectly parallel, when they're like this or like that. And we're only talking a few thousand, so it's not visible to the naked eye. But you can measure it with your dial indicator. So what you do is, if you need to bring them together, so with the 750 crank here, we've got the advantage of having a hole that goes right through there. And what I did is I just tightened up a little bolt through there and then squeezed them together and remeasured. And it's kind of a trial and error thing until you get it right. If they are the opposite and they're too close together, what you can use is a nylon wedge that they use like for felling trees, and arbor would use those, that way you don't damage anything. And you tap it in there, and remember, you're only trying to affect this by a few thousandths, and every time you measure it until you get it just right. So that is a very simple procedure. That technique doesn't require a lot of technology, and with a little love and patience, you can get this nice and straight. So final results is we got about 1,000ths run out on each end, and a little wobbly support here. It's a little tricky to determine that, but it's good. I'm going to bet that this is good. I'm going to install it in that engine, and I think we're going to get a lot of fun riding next season out of this bike. So this was an experiment. I didn't know how it was going to turn out when I started on it, but it's actually better than I thought. Cool. For anybody that lives out in the woods like I do, and you don't have access to a beautiful shop, this here works.